Hello, it's really lovely to be here and to be part of Fostering Week 2020 for Tusla. It's a strange week in many ways. It comes off a year when social distancing and so many other challenges mean we have to connect through remote means. But we're fortunate to be able to do that because so many important messages and conversations can take place. This particular week, the Child and Family Agency, we're joining with foster carers up and down the country, and indeed young people who themselves have had care experience. And we're joining to deliver some important messages. The first, to create again an awareness amongst as many people as possible as to what foster care is and the value of it. I'm sure many times in this video and throughout the coming week, you'll hear of that in so many detailed ways. That awareness leads us on to the second part of the message this week. To say thank you to so many people who give of their homes, who give of their time, to express an interest, to go through the assessment and to become foster carers, to offer a place in their home and in their lives to a child who at a particular point in time cannot live in their own home. That can be for long periods and it can be for short periods. But the gift of fostering and the ability of people to give so generously, it doesn't matter if it's short-term or long-term. The needs are so many and so varied. The third important part of this week is from the awareness and from the recognition to generate a real debate and conversation that triggers the interest in many more people to consider the possibility of becoming a foster carer. Over 90% of children in the care of the Child and Family Agency are cared for by foster families. That is an internationally comparative leading figure. It is a real testament to the importance and the spirit of family and community in Ireland. And of course now, in this current generation, we know that family means so many different things to so many different people. We have foster carers who are single parents themselves. Indeed, foster parents who have never been parents before. We have foster parents who are married couples, same-sex couples, and from a whole variety of different ages and backgrounds. So I'm hoping out of this week, through various means of communication and promotion, that we will trigger interest, that many people will join the conversation, and out of that many, some few will come forward with their interest, and out of that few, new foster carers emerge, and new foster carers will join with us in working with children who are in our care and their families to create that caring and supportive environment that is so important at particular points in time in the lives of children who need that support so much. To all the foster carers today, thank you for what you do. Thank you.
The day that I was taken into care for the first time, I remember it as if it was yesterday. I was 7 at the time and I took a chalkboard and chalk with me. I was struggling to read and write. I knew that if you put the chalk to the board, you would write something, and so the chalkboard was really important for me to be able to express myself. Hi, my name's Shauna. I'm 22 years of age and I'm about to start studying for my Masters in Comparative Criminology and Criminal Justice. I was very withdrawn and an introvert. School was particularly a struggle as well, but as I developed within the foster care system, I became more outgoing, fun, loving, caring. Secondary school was actually where I struggled the most because leaving primary school, I had just learned my times tables, how to read and write properly. I always felt very different from other people. I couldn't bring any of my friends home for a sleepover. I couldn't go to other people's parties because they knew that wasn't my mum or dad dropping me off or something like that. There was a couple of times in my life where I did overhear conversations of individuals who automatically assumed that the reason I was in care was because my parents didn't want me. I felt that maybe this was the case, maybe it was because I was a terrible child and that's why I don't have a normal life, or something to that effect. It was very difficult to try and process that, definitely, yeah. I got into the Harry Potter books and I just read and read and read, and I would just disappear into this magical world. It would really take me away from problems and things that were going on. I would appeal to any potential foster parents to come forward to Tusla to offer their services to help people like me reach our fullest potential in life and to become a good member of society, because that's all any of us ever want, is just to feel at home. These children feel that they're not understood, they feel abnormal, they feel alienated. So there's a lot of children out there that need you. My Tusla foster carers helped me grow in a way I feel like no one else could. They understood me as a person, they understood my situation. I really felt safe in my foster parents' home. It was a place where I could gather my thoughts and deal with what had happened that actually put me in foster care. Were it not for my Tusla foster carers, I would definitely not be the person I am today. They had in place a lot of support through me that allowed me to progress in life academically, professionally, and also emotionally, because if it weren't for Tusla and the foster parents that they provided, I don't know where I would be now. I don't know what would have happened. I attended Maynooth University. I am graduating now with a 2-1 degree after 3 years, and I'm going on further to do my master's in criminal justice and criminology. I have always said I'd love to foster. I would always love to give back, because I know for a fact that I would make a brilliant foster parent, because I know exactly what that child is going through. I feel like if I could go back and say something to my 7-year-old self, it would just be to hold in there that things do get better and to really, keep on reading.
Hi folks, this week is Tusla's National Fostering Week, and they're using the theme Raising Amazing, and it's really appropriate theme because there's over 4,000 foster families in the country, and they do such incredible work, opening their homes, opening their lives indeed to children who are really in need. And this year Tusla will be sharing a lot of the really positive stories that foster families have about the really profound impact they have on the lives of the young people who live with them. And even something as simple as reading a bedtime story to a young person can make an incredible difference. Tusla are looking to recruit new foster families all year round, but this week in particular we're asking anybody who has ever considered fostering to maybe look into it a little bit more. There's a really good website, fostering.ie. Try and get to it this week. Have a look and see if this is something you might consider. And finally, just want to say a huge thank you to the over 4,000 foster families across the country. You're doing an amazing work and we all really appreciate it.
Hi, my name is Chelsea. I was taken into care when I was 13. I'm currently living in London and studying nursing at university. My experience in foster care was difficult, but with the right supports from my foster carers, I was guided down the right path. I think if anyone is considering doing fostering, you need to be reminded that every child is different, and you're also responsible for showing them the true meaning of consistency. The highlights of my foster care experience were meeting my foster parents and also meeting my social worker, because she's brought me to where I am today and shown me the true meaning of consistency. Thank you.
During these challenging times, we've come to appreciate more than ever doing the ordinary things in life. We've also come to really value and be grateful for those everyday heroes in our community who have stood up to care for those people when they needed it most. Today, in your county, there is a child or a young person who needs a foster carer. We're asking you to think about being one of those Tusla foster carers. We're looking for people who enjoy the company of children and young people, who are interested in them, who will help them realise just how amazing they are.
Hiya, my name is Alan. We've been a foster caring family for over 7 years. We contacted Tusla after speaking with some family and friends who have been foster carers and took the journey. We got great support, great training from Tusla over the years, but look, at being a foster family is just like being any other family. You're faced with the same challenges, you get the same rewards, you grow with your children, you learn from your children. It's a simple task of taking children and giving them a safe and loving environment, making sure they go to bed happy and content every night, make sure they wake up refreshed and ready for the challenges of a new day each day. And you do whatever it needs, whether it's for 2 days or 2 weeks or 2 years. Overall, it's been something that's been positive in our life. My recommendation is that if it's something you're considering, you contact Tusla, pick up the phone, go through the induction, go through the training, and ask every question you think of asking, and then see where you are after that. But it's certainly worth consideration and worth taking that step, and you'll know if it's right for you when you get out the other side of training and induction.
I grew up in a housing estate. It was a small enough housing estate with a lot of people. I was a happy child and I enjoyed life and I was happy with my mum and everything seemed fine, but I was very aware that there was something not right. Probably the hardest part of it all living there was the people knowing about what was going on in my house and looking at me differently. I came here in particular to Mary and Michael because at the time my mum wanted me to go to a family member and I had a lot of family and they were very willing to have me as well. Hi, my name is Danielle. I'm 20 years old and I'll be going into my level 8 in business in Athlone Institute of Technology. I think living with my auntie has made my life a lot easier. When I was here it was fantastic because I got to stay in the same school, I got to stay with my same friends and my family and see everybody I wanted to see all the time. When I was growing up in foster care, it was hard to deal with the change and moving from your home and stuff like that, and it was hard to focus on life. So we had a lot of dogs when I moved in here first and they're really good for therapy, as most people know. So I took more of a shine into horses because whenever I felt a bit down or a bit hard or missed my mum or anything like that, I would just go out and hack around this lovely farm on my horse and it took my mind off it, and they can sense when you're not in a good mood, so they're able to help you out a little bit. I do singing, yes, I do exams with the Royal Irish Academy of Music. I always sang the whole time, all the time. I played guitar for a while, I played piano for a while. Singing was probably my first on music as a therapy, and it's very common for people, I suppose, when you're sad or when you're happy, you sing, and that was the first thing I went at, and I never stopped. I never shut up as a kid. I studied equine business because I didn't get the course I wanted. Actually, originally I wanted equine science and I did pretty well in it. I had the opportunity to go on and do a level 8 in regular business and I said I would do it because I was enjoying the business aspect so much, so I'll be starting that then soon. I found Tusla very helpful all through my life. I had great experience with them. They took me very seriously. Being a foster child as you get older is fantastic and they make it so good for you, Tusla do. And they support you every step of the way. It's like having second parents. They're just totally for you and totally advocating for you the whole time, all the way. If it wasn't for Michael and Mary taking me in as a foster child, I think I would have went down a very different road with my life. I don't think I would have been a whole person, if that makes sense. I think I would have felt like there was always something missing in my life. Maybe I would have been a good person, or maybe I would have been a bit resentful, I think. I don't really know. But I think my life was a lot better here.
It is a great pleasure to be here today to speak at the launch of Tusla's 2020 National Fostering Recruitment Campaign. At the Irish Foster Care Association, the national organisation that supports foster families and the wider fostering community, we see at first hand the positive impact that fostering can have on the lives of children in care. The role that foster carers and their families play in these children's lives cannot be underestimated. Many of these children are thriving in foster care, attending school and participating in their communities. But most importantly, they have a significant adult in their life to care for them and support them. But fostering is complex, and foster carers and the children they foster need support, guidance and understanding as they navigate fostering. Foster families require a range of supports, and IFCA is privileged to be in a position to offer all foster carers support through our national helpline, national advocacy service, and through bespoke learning and development opportunities to foster carers as they continue on their journey through fostering. Our helpline is available Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m, and our trained staff and volunteers are on hand to answer your query or offer you support. IFCA recently launched its National Advocacy Service. This service is available to our members who need support in their fostering role when things get tough. We now have 4 advocates across Ireland supporting foster carers, and the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive as a much needed service for foster carers. It is said that fostering can be the most challenging but the most rewarding role that any adult can have. And in a recent IFCA survey, 70% of respondents said they would recommend fostering to another person. 56% of respondents said fostering had impacted positively on them and on their family, whilst 53% said they continue to foster because they want to make a difference to the lives of children in care. 32% of respondents said that the benefits of fostering to children in care was security, safety, and connection with a significant adult who had their best interests at heart. But more foster carers are always needed as children come into care, and some foster carers leave, having fostered many children throughout their lives. We would encourage anyone thinking about fostering to get in touch and learn more. I am particularly looking forward to hearing directly from foster carers and children in care as they share their stories from fostering during National Fostering Recruitment Week. I would like to congratulate everybody involved in getting this week up and running and wish the team every success. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jason and I came into foster care when I was 13 years of age. I'm currently doing a PLC course in Inchicore. I'm doing a course in psychology for a year, then moving on from there to go to UCD to continue on doing my course. The great experience I would say of being in foster care is meeting new people, meeting new friends in my area and having a new family I could call my own as well. And the message to other foster carers I would say is just go for it.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Lee. I was brought into foster care when I was 8 years old. I am currently seeking out employment in mechanical engineering. If I had to rate my stay in foster care, it would be probably the best thing that's ever happened to me, best thing that could have happened to me for my life. If I'm speaking to anyone out there who's looking to go into foster care, then please do it for the right reasons and not the wrong reasons, because a lot of us kids out here need you for the right reasons.
I leave Afghanistan because of the war. I was 14 or 13 years old when I left my country. I could not stay there. If I stayed, I'll be dead like. So that's why my family and my maternal uncles told me to leave. I left my country alone because my mom, she couldn't walk, neither my dad. And my mom, second thing, she have a heart problem. So that's why it's very hard for her to go, because the way I came in here to Ireland, to Europe, it's like nightmare for me. During these years, I ate different things which I couldn't explain how I meant to be eating this type of things and being sleep in different places. In my point of view, the dog live better than me. It's not easy as a person to leave their family behind. Hi, my name is Mirwais. I'm from Afghanistan and I'm 20 years old and I'm living in Ireland from 3.5 years.
Hello, my name is Naomi. I'm 42 years of age and I am a Tusla foster carer for the last 3.5 years.
At a very young age, I left and I went to Helmand by car, and then from there I went to Iran, Turkey, Bulgaria, Serbia, Slovenia, and a lot of different countries in Europe, through Europe, and I came to Ireland. And when I arrived here, I was scared Everybody explained me about the family, how it works here. But I couldn't trust, I was so scared. When I came here and few days spending with Naomi, I thought she might be a spy after immigration or something like this. But when the time was keep going and trusted her, I said, no, there is nothing like this. She's like a family for me. She's like my real mom for me. The things that I achieved in Ireland so far, it's all credit goes to Naomi, not just only myself. But she helped me out through everything, passed my living cert, graduated well, and then I went to my college, got admission there, and especially thanks to Tusla that they helped me out with my life and about my family members as well.
I was passionate about supporting Mirwais because I think that all children deserve to be supported in that way. I think that I wanted him to be afforded every opportunity that any Irish child would have, and that I was going to do my best to support him to have equal access to education and opportunities then as a result of that. I wanted to help with the humanitarian crisis. This I felt was my contribution. This was how I could contribute and help some young people and give them the support and the guidance and the education that they would need. For me personally, being at Tusla foster care has been probably the best decision I've ever made in my life. It's been very rewarding, fulfilling, challenging at times, but I can't imagine my life now not fostering. It's just been a great experience. Even though I've only, like Mirwais has been with me for 3.5 years, I sort of can't imagine him not being in my life. But over the last 3.5 years, he's confident, he knows his way around, he's educated, he's well able to talk, and yeah, he's great.
At the moment, I finished my first year and I'm studying about culinary art, but hospitality is my passion to do it.
I think that fostering can give people the opportunity to be a really positive role model and influence in a young person's life, especially a young person who doesn't have their own family here and who really does need guidance.
Every single step she was forward for me there and standing always beside me, and she was saying, I am always here if you need anything, which I can't thanks enough for her, that what she did for me during these years that I stayed here with Naomi.
My life has changed in a very positive way, I think, by becoming a foster carer. I love what I do, and I can imagine myself and see myself doing it till I'm old and grey. So.
My name is Terry Dignan. I'm the CEO of EPIC, Empowering People in Care. EPIC is a national voluntary organisation that provides advocacy and opportunities for participation for children in care and young people with care experience. Ireland has a very proud tradition of fostering, going back more than 1,000 years, indeed, to the Brehon Laws. Today, that tradition can be seen in the fact that more than 90% of all children in care in Ireland are in foster care. That means, actually, that more than 4,000 families have opened their doors, provide a caring, loving family environment for more than 5,500 children who need that. We probably all know a child in foster care because there's at least one in every primary school in the country and up to 5 in every secondary school. These children come from all backgrounds, but they all have one thing in common. They all need a warm, loving, caring family environment where they can flourish, be empowered and achieve everything that they can achieve. Tusla launches its National Fostering Week on October the 9th. If you've ever considered fostering or thought about it, please contact Tusla or find out more about fostering on their website at www.tusla.ie. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Cormac and I was in foster care for 10 years now. If I wasn't in foster care at teen, really, I don't think I would have made it through the 6 years of school. I wouldn't be able to do all the things I wanted to do, like play sports and go out with friends. I wouldn't have done my leaving cert. I wouldn't have got this far. I was going to drop out in 5th year, but they kept me in there. So I first came into foster care when I was 7 years old. I'm currently waiting on results for the leaving cert to study accounting in WIT or WCFE and do an apprenticeship there for accounting. My Tusla experience, it was pretty good. I had a few ups and downs, but nothing to scare anyone. The highlights of me being in foster care were A loving family the whole way through the 10 years. Loads of holidays, great time out, and yeah, it's just all around fun and everyone's there that cared about you. My message to anyone that's thinking about applying to be a foster carer is just be kind to children. They've been through stuff that maybe you haven't gone through and maybe that you wouldn't understand, and just be understanding with what they have. And they might be angry and they might be sad and they might be down, but it goes after a while if they know that you're there for them.
My name is Patricia. I came into foster care when I was 7 years of age. If I was to describe my foster care experience, I would say it was like no other. It was absolutely fantastic. I loved every minute of it. The family I went into were absolutely brilliant to me. You know, I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for them. You know, they made me the man I am today, and I will be forever grateful to Ange and Neil for helping me through life and seeing me for who I am. I'm currently now studying LYT, studying third level education. I am studying sports studies, hopefully one day in the future get my degree in being a personal trainer, and hopefully one day run my own gym. My advice to people taking up foster care would be having a love for young people, and obviously at the end of it it's very rewarding. But you know, for children coming out of their original homes, going into strangers' home, foster kids, it's very important for them to be made feel comfortable and feel loved. So my advice is just, you know, have a love for young people if you're wanting to do it.